All right, guys, we got some word salad to get through before we get to the video. This is going to be a non-citizen national. Shocker. Yeah, I know. Sovereign citizen. I know other channels are calling me a prominent anti-frauditor. Don't know where that came about because I rarely cover frauditors, but we are back to sovereign citizens today. Weapon sent this to me while I was out and about gathering things for the kids' birthday parties next week. And I watched a little bit of this in the car while I was sitting there in a parking lot. And the way Weapons was describing it, this one's going to be great. So just enjoy the video, and it's going to have a surprise at the end. So just enjoy.
What you doing, sir?
Everybody stop me?
Speeding back on 51 there? You know how fast you're going?
Don't really matter. I'm not a part of it.
Okay.
Now, since it's acting off, you see the back of the plate.
I guess I wasn't able to read the license plates. You need to have the
I
plates.
want to check them out.
Okay. Are you like sovereign citizen or?
No,
sovereign citizen. I guess I'm not. I guess, can you explain what's going on?
Okay, so I'm a Moorish American national. I'm
Okay.
not the citizenship government. I'm not a part of the establishment.
Okay.
Now, everything has to do with traveling. Usually when you stop people, it has to do with corporation. You look
Okay.
at the actual handbook.
Okay.
It says corporation driver's license. I don't have a corporate driver's license, but it's about my right to travel.
Okay.
Not doing anything extra. Just driving back and forth.
Okay. Do you have an identification on you by chance?
No need to identify myself or anything of that nature.
If I need your identification, do you have an identification card at all?
Well, I don't need my identification.
I do.
Do you want to read me my rights, or what's the reason you stopped?
Like I said, the speeding, and then also there's no plates in the car.
There is a plate in the car. It says nonsense.
Yeah, there's not a Wisconsin license plate, okay?
It's a public license.
I understand. Okay.
I do study law 12 hours a day. Just
Bullshit.
not been trying.
I understand. So what I would tell you, is that when you operate a motor vehicle on Wisconsin roadways that are paid by the taxpayers of Wisconsin, and
on that part, you are totally correct. But this is actually a private automobile.
okay. So but I understand you're operating a motor vehicle on Wisconsin.
Motor vehicle.
Can you let me speak?
Can
you let me speak?
Go ahead. My bad. You're right.
34. I'm 10-2, but sovereign citizen or non-citizen. So I guess I'll take a partner.
This isn't the only reason I hate sovereign citizens, but this is one of them. So, Freeman on the land, non-citizen nationals, Moorish Americans are all sovereign citizen movement offshoots. They are all part of the sovereign citizen movement, but because they don't like the repercussions that come with being labeled as a sovereign citizen, this guy, oh, that's slander. No, you're using everything from their movement, stolen word for word. But then you just say, oh, but I'm a Moor. That's like taking everything about a duck, its DNA, its look, its flight path, it's flying south for the winter, and then going, but that's a lizard. Like, no, you're still a fucking duck. Like, sorry to break that to you, but we're going to go to this because, of course we are. This is the Southern Poverty Law Center. They have some great definitions for sovereign citizens and for Moorish sovereign citizens, which the Moorish sovereign citizen movement is a collection of independent organizations, individuals that emerged in the early 1990s as an offshoot of the anti-government sovereign citizen movement. So this is how I can break down Moors for you guys. It's sovereign citizens, but with more racism.
Slander doesn't something on that.
Oh, I apologize. What do you?
I'm a non-citizen.
Non-citizen?
I'm not a part of the citizenship at all.
Let me get straight to the chase here, okay? I'm compelling your identification, okay? If you refuse to provide me your identification, it's an arrestable offense. It's called obstructing and resisting from the state of Wisconsin.
I also just told you.
It's an arrestable offense.
My rights.
So I don't need to read you your rights right now.
You have to read me my rights because I told you that
You're on a traffic stop. Okay. You're not subject to an attorney right now. You're under arrest.
You haven't showed me any lawful reason for your stop. And you actually are committing a felony by having your light on and stopping me without me.
Sir, I am going to compel your identification. Are you willing to provide me your name?
I'm asking you to bring forward your superior.
My supervisor's not working right now.
Okay, we'll call the sheriff because they're actually the people who deal with us. The non-citizen nationals, state nationals. The sheriff deals with us.
Routine. Would you like a deputy? Would you?
No, I told you exactly what I need. I need a constitutional law enforcer, not somebody who enforces.
Who would you like to speak with?
So I don't need to speak with anybody. I need to see your manager here.
My supervisor's not working.
If your supervisor's not working, you should read me my rights.
Okay.
Read me my rights.
In terms of Miranda, or do you follow that, or I guess
so Miranda rights are constitutional. It's letting me know that I have my rights.
So if I read you your rights, you'd provide me your identification?
I'd be more than happy to tell you.
This is another thing that just gets under my skin when it comes to sovereign citizens. Okay, so Miranda, you're willing to accept that Supreme Court decision, But when the Supreme Court decided that every single state can require you to have a driver's license, oh no, that one you're not going to follow. And then same thing, the 10th Amendment. Oh, we're going to go with every amendment, but we're going to skip right over the 10th Amendment because we don't like that one. That one busts our whole argument, so we don't like that one. Like, you can't pick and choose which law and amendments you want to follow, depending on which ones fit your narrative.
So you have the right to remain silent.
So
Do you understand your rights?
I overstand my rights, and I do not wish to speak until I have an attorney present. I do not give you anything until I have an attorney present.
Okay. Well, I need your identification.
As you can just see, it says I don't have to give you anything under the read the card.
You're not under arrest, so those don't really apply.
Once again, they do apply because I have rights as a free man. I don't have to give up my rights because you want to enforce something that doesn't exist.
Okay.
I'll let you know what it is. I told you that I'm under my rights. So
Anthony,
you want to put yourself in a federal situation.
I'm compelling your identification. Now I'm going to consider you obstructing and resisting, okay?
I can't obstruct and resist arrest.
Now you're under arrest.
You hear me?
You're under arrest.
I can't obstruct or resist arrest.
Anthony.
Exercising my rights.
Anthony, now you're under arrest, okay? For not providing me your identification.
So now I'm under arrest.
Yes.
So
It's an arrestable offense.
I'm telling you right now, I'm a non-citizen national. I play say non-citizen national. It says I let you know that I have the right to travel.
I respect your feelings, but what I would tell you is
this isn't a feeling. This isn't a feeling, and I'm not.
I respect your beliefs.
I'm not going to. This isn't a feeling or a belief. Actually, what's written into the law. That's what's written into the law. So I'm going to literally cut my car off, and you can arrest me like you said you're going to arrest me, and you can do all of that. But the problem is this. I'm a non-citizen national. I am not a citizen under your corporation. So when you actually do this, what's going to cause a problem is for you. It's going to cause a problem for your bond. Matter of fact, can I have your badge number?
Yeah, 7134.
7134. And then what's your bond information?
My bond information?
Yes, if you work for the city and you're a cop, you have to be bonded, and you have to have FAA information. Do you have any of that information with you?
Because I don't follow what you're saying, sir.
That's the problem, because you guys literally run behind people and you don't know who you're stopping. You don't know who you're stopping.
Exactly. That's why I want your
So I'm
identification.
telling you right now, I'm a non-citizen national, and I'm not under your corporate statutes. I fall under the common law. And I let you know that I want to have a lawyer present. I do not wish to contract with you in any form or fashion. I do not.
Anthony.
So I'm going to give you my communication after I told you I don't want to give you anything.
Anthony.
You're forcing it. So I'm going to give you everything that you're asking for. This is being recorded. So
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
this.
You're also being recorded here.
That's great. That's actually how I would prefer it.
Yeah.
I'm just traveling. I have the right to travel. These things have been already argued in the Supreme Court.
So do you have an ID?
Do I have
Do you-
an ID? I don't have to give you that. I just wanted you to know that this is under threat, duress, and coercion that I'm giving you my information.
I'm compelling your identification.
Okay.
So because I want to throw how violent these people are out on the internet in hopes that people realize that these people, Moors are far more violent, in my opinion, than regular sovereign citizens. So Moors have clashed with federal, this is from the Southern Poverty Law Center, have clashed with federal and state authorities over their refusal to obey law and government regulations. Clearly you see that in this video. He's trying to say statutes aren't law, but by definition they are law, which is crazy to me. Recently, Moorish sovereign citizens have engaged in violent confrontations with law enforcement. They've also been known to retaliate against government authorities through financial means through a process called paper terrorism. And maybe I'll read the rest of this. You know what? I'm not going to read the rest of it. I'm going to give you the cliff notes. The cliff notes are, they claim that Morocco somehow conquered the world a long, long, long time ago, and we're all actually on Moroccan soil in America, even though that doesn't make any fucking sense. But I looked to Florida, and I believe it was Texas, where in Florida they went to, and they picked the worst county to do it in. He was at a park, and they're like, hey man, the park closed like 4 hours ago, what are you doing? And like in the Danny DeVito like meme, like, and then he started blasting. He shot a few of the officers, and then they just absolutely, what's the term they use down there? Killed him graveyard dead. And then another one in Texas just walked up on a guy who was a sheriff. He was an ex-teacher and just executed him. So these people are dangerous, and their supporters will simp for them and say that they did nothing wrong, even though they were homeless, living behind their parents' house in a shack. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Anthony, what's your last name?
I don't have a last name. I have a given name and I have a family name. You want to know my given name and my family
I
name?
guess, do you have anything on file that you would come back or where I would know your information?
I'm not on file with you.
I understand, that's fine, but I have to check, right?
No, I totally understand.
Like your given name, your last name, I guess I don't necessarily understand that.
By native birthright, it's Prince Anthony 9 Lights L. And if you want to know my family name is Griffen.
What is Prince considered?
So
That would
so
be
that's
like a
just
title?
That's from title. Just because people of Moorish descent and some people of certain descent, they go by L's, and those are just titles of nobility kind of thing.
Okay. Can you give me a couple minutes? Do you have any paperwork for the vehicle?
No paperwork on the current vehicle. So look, this is my fee schedule. Just for stopping me, because your fee schedule is wrong. Those are the laws that you're supposed to follow.
Okay.
Anthony, we need you to get out of the car now, okay?
You're going to violate my rights.
No, we're not going to do that, but we do have the right to ask you to get out of the car, okay?
You actually don't. If you look at the back of my plates, it says non-citizen national, do not detain. Can you arrest
Can
me?
you unlock the door for me, Anthony?
Yeah, I definitely will. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and arrest me and do this shit. Can I call my wife real quick before?
Can you unlock the door for me?
I'm about to do that. I'm just going to call my wife first so she knows. Hey, babe, I'm getting arrested just so you know. They stopped me right by the quick. So, yes, I'm getting arrested. I'll let them know everything. They're still trying to arrest me. They're violating my rights, so just get ready. That's what's happening.
What? Where are you at?
I'm right by the quick trip. Don't worry. Just know that I got everything on video, so everything's good.
Okay.
Come on, get out. Let's go. Open the door. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead and put your hands right here on the door frame.
I'll put
Right here on the door frame.
I got
on
stuff
the
in
door
my
frame.
pocket, so do whatever you got to do.
Hands on the door frame. Step out.
All right, love you, baby.
There you go. Come out for me.
Mhm.
Step up. There you go. There you go. Hands on the car.
Yep.
Hands on the car.
Yep.
You're being detained, okay?
I'll get it. Just so you guys know, I do have a firearm in there.
Okay.
I also have...
Any weapons on you?
I might have a pocket.
We're just going to go right here for me.
Not a problem.
Oh, just turn around. I got to check the cuffs.
Stopping people for traveling is not something that you guys are going to continue to be able to do. You weren't really able to do it at first. People just didn't understand their rights. I've been traveling like this for years and don't really get stopped at all. Every blue moon, but most people don't stop me. If you look at those plates, it says non-citizen national, do not detain. Do not detain. So when you stop me anyway, you literally violate my rights. I told you I'm traveling. I'm not driving. Driving is a corporate term for when you're actually moving in commerce. When you're
I know, I'm breaking it again, but this is a clear misinterpretation or intentional misinterpretation of Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition from 1910. He's using the term, he's confusing the term employ. Employ means to make use of something. And in the context of the definition of drive or driving in Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition, that is what the term employ means in the context of that definition. He's, like I said, intentionally doing it, too stupid to know any better. You be the judge.
traveling from point A to point B, you're only traveling. That has nothing to do with anything in commerce.
Sure.
I'm not selling anything. I'm not taking anybody on an Uber.
Okay.
I'm not doing any of that shit. So when you pull me over and you violate my rights to travel, that's going to be a problem.
Oh, okay.
I'm letting you guys know that. Then I also asked him for the sheriff before I did anything. I didn't want to talk about anything. I didn't want to answer any questions. He forced me and told me I was under arrest and compelled me to get out the car, even though I told him I want to have a lawyer present.
Sure.
That is my right to have a lawyer present. It's
Sure.
my right to have a sheriff or a deputy present. And you guys are still trying to arrest me without that being here. Now, I know that you know what violations are of the law, and this is how people get into trouble. This is exactly what's going on, a violation of the law. Not of legality, but law. That's what you guys follow legal. And legal actually means the undoing of God's law. You guys probably should look up a legal definition dictionary, because you guys literally do shit that you don't know.
Okay.
And it's just irritating as fuck, because I'm going to have to sit here and go through a whole bunch of process. But it's okay, because I'm going to definitely sue the Madison Police Department, so you guys know.
Do you have, you said there's a firearm and some other weapons in the car. Do you have a CCW?
Oh yeah, I have a license. I had license to carry and everything.
Do you have it with you?
Do I have it with me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Anthony, you have warrants for your arrest, okay? Griffen?
No.
Okay. Just stand and face my smuggler. We're going to search you, okay?
So you guys got on record that I said I'm not Anthony Griffen, right?
Okay.
Okay.
It appears that you're Anthony Griffen, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to search you.
Yes, double. Come on. You got PC. Come on.
All right, guys, this is going to be a long-winded break because his wife's about to show up on scene. So from now on, we're going to call this K9 officer Officer Goober because that was hilarious. Second, shocker, Anthony of the Griffen family was arrested a year earlier and charged with 2 counts of manufacturing or delivering cocaine, drug trafficking, possession of cocaine, receiving stolen property, and 3 counts of child neglect. It kind of seems like we found the incident that caused him to go sovereign citizen. Like I said, his wife's about to show up. I'm curious about one thing that he said that's going to stick with me. when they asked him about a CCW, he said have and then changed it to had. So I don't know if he's just going full, I don't need a license for anything, but it seems like it either expired, he ripped it up and threw it away, and he had a CCW.
Not right now. Can you give us a little bit? It's getting searched.
For what?
K9 positively alerted to the presence of narcotics within the vehicle.
There was a presence of narcotics.
The K9 alerted to the presence of it, yeah. So we're going through the vehicle search, and then we should be good to go from there.
And how long is that supposed to take?
Just if you can give us a little bit of time.
If that takes longer than what you could have did, like already arrest him, then no, I don't have time because
He's already under arrest.
Exactly. So you have him for what you got him for. I should be able to take my vehicle.
Okay, I understand with the K9 positively alerted to the presence of. We're almost done.
Exactly because you got what you needed, correct?
Okay.
Yes. Can I get my keys so I can leave? I have
Not at this
children.
time, no. Okay.
Okay. So
Give me a little bit of time here.
No,
My supervisor's not working right now.
Somebody higher than you is on shift right now. I need to
As of right now, no.
Okay.
Okay.
And your bond number?
My badge number is 7134.
And your bond number?
I don't have a bond number.
Of course, you guys never do.
Okay.
So is this your car, ma'am?
It's my trust car. Nobody owns it but the trust.
It's on. Oh, okay, it's on the trust. Okay.
Big doofus here could have asked me too. You know, a lot of people take their jobs too serious.
I'm sorry, babe. I meant to get to you faster. They.
What do you want me to tell them?
Oh, they're supposed to come in for the interview or something?
Yeah, I'll just contact them.
Contact her, let her know. I ended up having some emergency family thing or something. But make sure you contact the Attorney General, Secretary of State, let her the whole nine. I'm gonna need my information. I don't know if you got my phone or they got my phone. I kind of want them to take the phone. I let them know everything. I told them I wasn't Anthony Griffen. They're going through everything. So I did what I was supposed to do. I let them know everything. So don't worry about it. Hopefully don't try to get me for bail jumping because we never got any information about any kind of court hearing. So
It's already in the process.
yep, perfect. All right, I love you, babe. I'm sorry. Give me a kiss.
Thank you for the kiss.
Yeah, I mean, we've been reasonable here. Like,
Yep. I know y'all ain't bad guys. It's just more about not knowing the law. I love you, babe.
Are you like part of is it like religious based or
No, not religious based. This is literally all law based. I read constitutional books. I read statutory law books. So like all of the books that you see in the courthouse, I have all those books in my house. So like this isn't coming from a place of a belief system. This is coming from the written down law that I've read. This ain't my belief. This is what no, I just want to let you know. This is what the Supreme Court has written into law. This is what the Constitution says.
Okay, so this is where this video kind of gets more interesting. So we had the body cam footage, and Weapons didn't tell me this, but the guy threw Cop Cam Max through the court hearing at the end. So that's great. As I was watching it, I'm like, damn, I think I've seen this before. I think I've seen this before on Colin's channel. And sure shit, I ran it by Colin, and he's typing on Discord right now. Yes, he has covered this before, so I'll leave the link for Colin's channel. Not the video, but the link for Colin's channel in the description. I'll leave Cop Cam Max's channel link in the description. We're going to jump to that court hearing, but first we're going to do the citations for this. Speeding, driving a non-registered vehicle, driving on a suspended license, which doesn't shock anyone, and marijuana possession, which again, he said it was like pineapple something, so yeah, he had weed in the car.
I'm finance for assistant counsel.
we'll go on the record in the state of Wisconsin versus Anthony Griffen Jr. Can you get the appearances, please?
Assistant District Attorney Jack Schneider for the state of Wisconsin.
And you're Mr. Griffen, is that correct?
No, I'll say Mr. Record comes now the living man and the other Griffin family.
All right, so Mr. Griffen
on appearing express.
Wait, you need to stop talking.
I'm
Is Mr. Griffen
appearing express
hearing today?
Yeah,
Are you Mr. Griffen or not?
I am Anthony of the Griffin family.
Are you the Anthony
The executor
Griffen
of the
that is
estate
charged?
of
Stop
Anthony.
a second here.
You asked me a question, I'm answering you.
Okay, I don't want you to answer it anymore. I want a yes or no answer to a question. Are you Anthony Griffen with a date of birth of?
I am not the dead entity Anthony Griffin. I am the executor of the estate. I do not agree to be.
All right, well, we'll have to set this over and hold you in custody then until we can have a later.
I will check as I've been held for 72 hours without seeing the judge. That is unlawful.
But you're not Anthony
So
Griffin.
you are agreeing to violate my common law rights. Is that what you're saying?
Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna find probable cause that this is Mr. Griffin, that is acting in an obstructing way, but we'll go ahead. Do you have a copy of the complaint there in front of
I
you?
object that you're obstructing my justice.
Your objection is noted.
I'm a board. You have.
If you keep talking over me, we're gonna cancel this.
Talking over me. I just want to state the facts. Do you not want the facts to be stated on the case? Am I not allowed?
I mean, you're not allowed. No, you're not allowed to talk about it.
Attorney. I am not.
Okay, let's hold him in custody or canceling this hearing. You're gonna have to be
That's
held.
okay.
You're not going to cooperate. Make a
Let the record show that you're violating my rights. Let the record show that. Please, thank you.
He refused to cooperate so that an initial hearing could be conducted.
This is why I said from the beginning that this is just a game for Morse. This is just them playing the main character role in their fantasy story. They're normally losers, low IQ. This guy, like, look at what he was charged and convicted with. He had multiple warrants. His license was suspended. Like, this guy was the lowest of the low. So he had to create a version of himself that was mildly important. I believe he was going by Prince Dipshit El Bay or something along those lines. But now he's Anthony of the family Griffin because he can't just say, "Oh yeah, that fucking loser convict Anthony Griffin." Yeah, that's me. He couldn't admit that. But this is going to be him in court the whole next day with a different judge. Here we go.
First, to Mr. Griffin has indicated that he wants to take care of his own case.
Right? Is that right, Mr. Griffin?
I'm not Mr. Griffin. I'm Anthony of Griffin. I am the power of attorney for him. I do not question for the work of me allowed to speak freely or would my civil rights be again.
Well, you're going to make a statement on bail, but we're going to do this in an orderly fashion. But you're indicating that you're not Mr. Griffin, or that's just not how you identify yourself.
It's not about me identifying myself.
To summarize the lengthy monologue delivered by Anthony of the Griffin family, he claimed his outstanding warrant was due to the court's failure to notify him of his hearing date. He also argued that his arrest violated his civil and constitutional rights because he had requested both an attorney and the sheriff to be present. At the time, he was traveling, not driving, in a private automobile bearing plates that read, "Exempt" and "Do not detain, private traveler."
Okay, so I just let Cop Cam Max talk because that was just the best thing in my opinion. He broke it down pretty well. I wish he would have left in the giant monologue because I would have loved to break that down. But this is an easy thing for me. The court more than likely 100% beyond a reasonable doubt knows who he is. Why? Because they probably fingerprinted him once he was arrested, because that's just what you do. And it comes back with whatever Griffin Jr. They might even say Prince Dipshit El Bay is an alias. It's going to have his birthday, his fingerprints, any tattoos, his address, yada yada. It's going to be really easy to cross-reference to see who he is. If he keeps saying, "I am not this person, I am not this person," just keep charging him with failure to ID, disguise ID, giving a fake ID, whatever the relevant wordage is for their, I believe it's Wisconsin, I could be wrong. Whatever their statutes say, just keep charging him with that. Eventually he's going to say, "Oh yes, I am whatever Griffin Jr." Really easy to figure out, so I don't really know why they're playing games with him right now.
Okay. Well, I think there's at least a reasonable inference on the record that the person known as Anthony Griffin is the same individual in front of me. When they call Anthony Griffin's case, he came out of the holding cell. I don't know why he would do that if he's not. I gave you an opportunity to speak. I'm speaking now, sir. You can object. There's no basis for it. I'm looking at the court records. Please don't interrupt. I'm looking at the jail records.
The Trust Act of 1666 says that when somebody claims their estate, you are to relinquish all of the things to them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
I've never
okay.
heard
I'm talking about that. Also means that this
you can file your written motions, Mr. Griffin.
Court with jurisdiction. Now, challenge jurisdiction under Federal Rule of Procedure 5.1.
It's denied. The booking photo and the filming records match that particular individual.
Right to approve your
I'll find probable cause.
Can be lord over his own case.
And where would you like us to send mail, sir?
It's P.O. Box, Wisconsin.
Thank you.
And I have a right to be
What's the state's position on bail?
Thank you, Your Honor. In this case, the state is asking the court to impose $1,000 cash bail with the condition that the defendant be prohibited from possessing any dangerous weapons as defined by the statutes. It's my understanding that the defendant posted $5,000 cash on his current pending felony case and then failed to appear in court. He is alleged to have refused to identify himself and has committed additional crimes while out on cash bail, which is, as we know, a general violation of our religion. It's our position that
Let her finish. We can't have this hearing. We are talking over people. We're trying to record it. What's the basis for the objection?
The basis for the objection is the fact that she has no basis of knowing who I am. I don't know who she is.
All right.
She's not even.
The objection is overruled. I ruled it, Mr. Griffin. Let her finish.
As far as that failure to appear, Your Honor, it looks like a bench warrant for a body only hold was issued on January 27th of this year.
So, Your Honor, they're sure not that when somebody has a court date that they have to be served a court date so they know that it's there? Or is it okay to actually set a court date without notifying the defendant or the accused and then locking them up for warrant?
All right, and I gather you're alleging that Judge Highland did not send notice to you?
No, there's no certified anything there. There's no document or proof of service of anything of that date. I went to every previous court date and I don't skip court date. He didn't show up for the last 3 court dates prior to that. And I actually put in a motion for failure to prosecute, yet they still moved forward as if nothing was placed in and no one came to court except for me and the prosecutor, and the judge was hiding in the back or whatever the case may be. I filed an abatement, just to let them know I'm not the person who they're looking for, but yet I keep getting trampled over in court. My rights keep trampled over in court. You have this person standing to the left of me who knows me not at all, and yet I would like her to take the stand and talk about how she knows me personally, because you cannot be a beneficiary.
Well, we're not going to be doing any of that.
As the state, and she is not the state. I know her not. So I don't understand what's going on.
She's not the state. He knows her not. All right, Shakespeare, calm down. Yeah, she's not the state. She's the prosecutor prosecuting the case. She's got a face, a name, a date of birth, an address, the relevant charges, the police reports, yada, yada. She doesn't know you personally. But the fact that they ran your fingerprints, it came back as, oh, Anthony Griffin Jr. with your fucking face, all the same details, linked to all the past police reports. Yeah, that's you. That's good enough. Then this warrant thing kills me. Oh, I didn't get notice in court. Normally they tell you like that day. So there's that. Or I don't know, if I was in court, I would be checking that shit daily to make sure when I had court. But he says he's not the person that has to do with that court date or those warrants. Yet he knows intimate details about the case and about those warrants and about failure of service. So which is it? Are you not that person or are you that person? And this is like Daryl Brooks doing what he did, changing his name to Josh Lanto, and then saying, oh, I'm not that person anymore. Like, just because you change your name and more than likely they didn't actually change his name, it doesn't make you another person. It doesn't make your past crimes not relevant anymore because you changed your name.
All right. Well, it looks like they mailed notice to the address that you had on file at the time. So but you're going to have to take that up with Judge Highland. That case is not before me. Looks like he's issued a body-only warrant. You can't get released on that until you have a hearing with Judge Highland in that case. I think given the history, $1,000 cash bail is necessary. I will set that.
I object. It's clear that
that's fine.
Rights have been violated, and you're still moving forward. This is called an obstruction of justice.
Don't believe that your rights have been violated.
Everything that I've said.
It's all being recorded, Mr. Griffin. You would have the right to a preliminary hearing in 10 days. Do you want that scheduled?
Well, I don't want to sit in jail any longer.
Okay, well, you're going to have to get a hearing in front of Judge Highland on the other case. Right now, you're not allowed to post any cash bail to get released in that particular case. I don't have any authority to do anything with that.
So if you don't have authority, then
you're going to have to address
that case. You don't have authority to actually set me a bail. You do not have authority over me. Matter of fact, Your Honor, are you responsible for me if something happens to me?
All right, and I'll also order that you don't use or possess dangerous weapons as it's defined by the state statute.
Responsible for it.
And because I haven't heard a response, I don't believe we have a waiver of time limit. Set a time.
Are you responsible for me if something happens?
And we are adjourned.
Since you're not responsible for me if something happens to me, let the record show that you are not.
That's the video. But I want to leave you with this nugget that Cop Cam Max just left. He had another hearing May 1st of this year. Pulled the same shit, so they said, okay, you can go back until you decide that you're Anthony Griffen. He came back June 12th, 2025. Pulled the same stunt. So they're like, all right, you can go until you can say that you're Anthony Griffen. So this motherfucker is so dumb and apparently doesn't know his own name that he is still in jail. Cop Cam Max said that he's stuck in jail, not with chains, but through convictions. I think he's stuck in jail because of his own stupidity. That's just me, but I'll leave Cop Cam Max's link in the description. I'll link Colin's channel in the description. That's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This guy, Prince Dipshit El Bay, still in jail. That's it. Peace.